Welcome, everybody. This is a real quick one I want to do. I can't ignore this one. This one was just hilarious to me. So, as you see in the title, for those of you that may not know, Pedo Boochie Bear um was able to troll his way up all the way to get a little bit of FaceTime with Dr. Mark Lamont Hill. So it's gonna go real different because he is out of his MAGA chamber. He's out of his MAGA echo chamber. He's out of his QAnon, Breitbart, Newsmax, conspiracy theorists. Black people are bad. They come from shithole countries and they're violent and yada yada yada. Let's demonize all the black people and all the brown people, which is pretty much the cornerstone of what Republicans are doing right now. So we're going to see how this self-loathing, self-hating, pro-pedophile Brandon Tucker, aka so-called Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, gets eviscerated by Dr. Lamont Hill, right? So I'm just going to get into it. It's a very short video, but I just enjoyed it. You're going to see Brandon buck dance harder than he usually does. So I'm just going to get right into it and I'm going to come on through the way. It's only like about a 20-minute video. I don't think it's going to really take me, that long, but just to give you guys get the meat of it. So hold on. My bad. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I hope you enjoy it like how I'm gonna enjoy it.
Put this post up that said, join the Mark Lamont Hill official YouTube channel, support independent media. And you responded by saying, sorry, Mark Lamont Hill, the Democrats already have a House Negro. His name is Roland Martin. Can I call you Struggle Roland?
Before anything, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Right? This is political commentary. We're all, self-proclaimed independent journalists. So I am just reviewing things of political matters from a journalistic perspective. Fair use, fair use.
And I was like, wow, that's a lot there. And that's why I reached out. I said, I always like to create space to have conversations with Black people. I always like to have conversations with people who have a critique. So I guess my first question for you was, when you say the Democrats already have a House Negro, what about me suggested I'm a House Negro for Democrats? I'm just curious.
And again, guys, this is very, very interesting coming from Brandon, who is a self-proclaimed, he's not a Republican, right? He's not a Republican. We all know that Republicans and MAGA are two different people, are two different animals, right? They're two different, I put it like this, they're two different snakes. Right now, the Republicans are pretty much a snake that bites, that really doesn't have that much venom, doesn't have no venom, or they're more of a boa constrictor, whereas MAGA are cobras, vipers that are very dangerous and very poisonous, right? So him being on the MAGA side, calling someone another Black man, right, who is not MAGA, even if Mark Lamont Hill was a Republican, I would have a lot more respect. I still would have respect for him because at least that's the type of person you converse with. Versus Brandon is a pretty much sellout.
I mean, Mark, if I could call you Mark. Let's not pretend like for years you weren't a part of the Democrat machine pushing all these different Democrat in my opinion, radical ideologies that they used for so many, that they pandered to for so many years to try to gain power, right?
What I want to know what radical ideas it was coming from a magatard. It probably has to be things like affirmative action and things that can help women, disabled people, things that help non-white men. To him would be radical ideas.
You fell out with the Democrats in 2018 when you stood up for Palestine, which I would say is a just cause. I'm okay with you there. And basically, the Democratic military industrial complex turned on you because you didn't play along with the narrative that they tried to force down our throats about Israel. So I just look at you as a person who you were burned by the Democrats. Now you have an issue with why are people voting for Joe Biden? Why are people voting for Democrats or whoever?
Which you said before then I was supporting the Democrats.
You were right there. You were right there.
So let me bring up a couple things. Here's a piece that I wrote in 2008 called Not.
Now here Mare Lamont Hill's coming out with the receipts. So this is the first dagger to the chest. So we all heard what Brandon said about Mare Lamont Hill's stance politically. So this is Mare Lamont Hill first dagger politically to Brandon's ideology of who he think he is.
My brand of hope. Did you vote for Obama? I don't know if you're old enough to vote. Did you vote for Obama?
Yeah, I voted for Obama the first term.
So you voted for the Democrat. In 2008, I was the most visible and prominent Black person at this time to say why I wasn't going to endorse President Obama. In fact, here's the piece I wrote in The Root during the first year that The Root was around called Not My Brand of Hope. And I break down all the reasons why I didn't vote for Obama and why I wasn't going to vote for Obama, right?
Right.
Now I'm going to show you something else. Now here's a piece where it says, I didn't write this piece, they wrote the piece. Mare Lamont Hill to vote Democrat for first time in 24 years. So you're saying up until 3 or 4 years ago, I'm sorry, until 2018, I supported Democrats. But according to this article, I've only voted for one Democrat in a quarter of a century. According to the chronology, even of this piece, I didn't vote for it. You do know that I'm a lifelong Green Party member. Did you know that?
So done. Already done. It's already Brandon is done. He doesn't even know Mare Lamont Hill's credentials or where he stands politically. But as Brandon always does, as an unintelligent troll, white ass kisser that he is, he's gonna just see a Black man that stand up for Black people and gonna say that, well, I don't like your political affiliation, and just make all these assertions and accusations and assumptions and just go attack him because he's the white man's lapdog. So already he's done. But let's see what type of man Brandon is.
I didn't know you were a lifelong Green Party member. I really make I make no separation between the Green Party and the Democrat Party. It's really the same thing. It's just Democrats by another name. Me, I'm a very straight.
You're a fucking fool. If they want to be Democrats, guess what? They could just be in the Democratic Party. The reason why there's two different parties is because that they don't like what the Democrats are doing. So it's a different party. So you taking your personal ideology of what it is, that's fine, but it has no place in this discourse of the discourse of what we're talking about. You're saying that he is a Democrat when he is not. It's like he's beating himself in the head just so he could be right when he has been proven wrong.
Shooter.
How so? Well, let's just be clear though. You were saying that I was a shill for the Democratic Party, and I'm showing you. Here's another piece of me in not voting for Hillary Clinton in 2018. Would you at least, to move forward? Would you at least be able to concede that you were wrong? That I keep supporting?
No, I'm not going to concede that I was wrong because
let me ask a question before you.
See, so no, Mark. You were right. You asked him a question. He claimed that you were a Democrat, a lifelong Democrat, and to have a very sensible, honest conversation, right? You have to admit that you were wrong before you move forward. Because if you can't admit an obvious mistake on Brandon can't have an obvious mistake on his behalf, then it makes no sense having the rest of this conversation. Because we cannot continue this conversation in all honesty, right? If we can't call balls and strikes, if we can't call obvious flagrant fouls, what are we even doing here? You have displayed to me, if I was Martin Lamont, he has displayed to me that he is very dishonest, and he's here to get a W. He's not here to exchange ideas, to learn from each other, to eventually come to a place where we could have an understanding from where we're both coming from, and as Black men, reach some type of mutual ground. No, this is not what this is. This is a pedo loving Pan-African grifter who doesn't have a job at all. His job is YouTube and grifting off the name of Pan-Africanism, talking about pedophiles and gay people, while at the same time have no problem on my channel here. You guys know him saying he has no problem with Donald Trump messing with little girls. He has no problem with Donald Trump walking in on little girls, right? During beauty pageants, because, hey, they asked him to judge it. He has no problem with Donald Trump raping Eugene Carroll. He has no problem with Donald Trump being friends with Epstein. He has no problem with Donald, and on and on and on, guys. So he's already a dishonest person, and it shows. It's showing. It's revealing itself.
Before you say no,
Okay.
you said that I consistently endorse Democratic Party candidates, and I've never endorsed a Democratic Party candidate.
You consistently endorsed radical liberal policies. Anybody can go listen to Green Party presidential candidate Ralph Nader. He has a podcast. The guy is a Democrat, just a different label. He's a radical liberal, Trump deranged, just like every liberal that you listen.
So see, he's using all these buzzwords and catchphrases that his little small reptilian mind, it has to parrot, has to regurgitate and use these words when these words are empty and they have no meaning. When you dissect those words, so Trump's derangement is pretty much a deflection of his psychosis, right? Because again, I listed as an example, that's one example as far as how Trump could do no wrong, right? With him agreeing with Trump's pedophilia and rape, right? He excused that, right? And that's what MAGA does. So what MAGA does is saying, okay, since Trump knows, and that's why he's an idiot, Trump knows that, hey, look, this is despicable, so I'm going to use terminology and things like that. I'm going to say that other people are sick. And his little minions and little maggots like him going to use the same thing. It's a deflection tactic. But I like how Mare Lamont Hill doesn't feed into that, and he sticks to the subject at hand.
Ralph Nader's not a member of the Green Party, though, brother.
What party is he in?
I don't know, but he's not a member of the Green Party.
Okay.
He's been a member of the Green Party in 20 years.
But when he was running for president?
No, he's not part of the Green Party. So again, Mare Lamont Hill is right. He's not a part of the Green Party. So I'm going to show you guys what party Ralph Nader is in. Again, Brandon is very unprepared and ill-equipped. Again, he's a white supremacist lapdog. He sees a black man that has a opposite viewpoint that he has, right? And just like a white supremacist lapdog, it's attack, right? So they talk about Ralph Nader, right? Simple Wikipedia article, right? Oh wow, he was born in February. He's my birth month. Right here on the side here, we say where he was born, 1934. Political party, Green, from 1996 to 2000. He reformed in 2004, and he became an independent after 2008. After 2008. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. But when you're a Republican, you know, embarrassing yourself is no problem. You already gave up your black card and whatever. So no one's looking you with the utmost respect. With any real black person in their right state of mind, black people is not looking with any respect. Niggas will look at you with the utmost respect, but black people are not going to look at you with any type of respect at all, right? So of course he looks like a complete moron. You're gonna say somebody something when they're really not that. So that's like what? That's like I'm kind of lost count, guy. That's like the second, third dagger to Brandon's chest politically, where he's looking like an asshole when it comes to Mare Lamont Hill. He hasn't done his homework. He hasn't done anything. So all he's trying to do is use buzzwords and do political character assassination when he doesn't even know what political party he's affiliated with. This is ridiculous.
Who did he run under?
In 2000, 24 years ago?
Who did he run under?
Yeah, 24 years ago, he was a Green Party.
Okay, what you got to understand is when I voted for Obama, I was 23 or 23 years old. It was actually my first time voting. But once when I was able to see the writing on the wall, I didn't vote for Obama the next term. I voted Republican. And since then, I've been voting Republican.
Because you're a fucking fool. So this is my thing. I vote for Obama once too, and I never vote for Obama the second time because I saw it, right? And the reason why people, and this is why he was always a coon from the beginning. The reason why people vote for Obama because people believed in that bullshit mantra, hope and change. And when we saw hope and change wasn't happening, right, we backed up. We didn't go to the Republican Party because the Republican Party never promised hope and change for black people. It never does. So if you don't see hope and change happening, right, why would you go to the opposition who never even offered you hope or change as a black man? But you don't care about that. You're a coon. So that's why you went to the Republican Party. You probably had a moment of clarity when Obama was running, but you know your Willie Lynch chip, your coon chip kicked in, and then you just went right back to where you feel where you belong. You started repairing the fence on the plantation, right? Instead of running away from it. And what you're trying to do right now is fix that open gap in the plantation so black people can't run away, and you run in telling massa, aka the Republican Party.
You had a time during
so just so I'm clear. Even so, when you say you're saying that even though you say I endorse these Democratic Party candidates, right? Not people who are like Democrats or liberals.
I didn't say you endorse Democratic Party candidates. What I said is
you specifically did. You specifically did, and I can rewind and show you when you said that.
Okay.
But you now acknowledge that I don't, right? You acknowledge that, right?
You were not a member. You never voted Democrat. You were a member of the Green Party.
Yes.
And and you can acknowledge that I said that I make no separation between the Green Party and the Democrat Party, because when you actually did do the digging into the Green Party,
would be a legitimate? So does the Democratic Party? You said the Democratic Party supports the military-industrial complex, right?
Of course they do.
How does in what way does the Green Party support the military-industrial?
Do you hear? In what way does the Green Party support the military-industrial complex?
Give me an example. Yeah.
Show me.
No, I want you to give me an example.
Okay. I will be honest with you. I don't look at the Green Party's policies concerning Ukraine and all that stuff.
So why are you talking? You sound like the fifth, sixth dagger. And look at Lamont's face. Lamont's face is like, nigga, what? So why are we here? Why are you chastising me and you don't know what the fuck you talking about? This is crazy. This is crazy, y'all.
I mostly focus on like Democrat, Republican parties that actually have a chance to win and hold the seat of power. So the Green Party is to me, the Green Party is like someone saying, I vote independent.
So let me ask you a different question then. Do you feel like you know enough about the Green Party to critique their policies?
Yes, I do, because I've listened.
So if you do, Scott, if you do, how's it come you don't? You just say you don't follow their policies. You don't know enough. Then Mark's going to ask you, do you know enough in order to critique them? Then you say yes. You're all over the place. You didn't know if you're coming or going or rolling.
So if you do, then my question would be, so give me an example of since you say because the reason I'm saying this is because you say I fell out with the Democratic Party over the military-industrial complex. But then when I say, well, I'm a Green Party member, you say they're the same, and I say, well, the Green Party doesn't support the military-industrial complex, and you say, well, I don't know enough to have that conversation. So,
like, already, so Mark is smiling because he already see the dishonesty and idiotic stance that he's taking. Oh, shit. All right, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I have an emergency shit that I gotta take care of. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. I'll talk to you guys later. I have a family emergency. All right, guys. Peace. Sorry about this.